So I have seen like barely any like of the normal maintenance guys except for like the main maintenance guy, and I'm thinking, did they all get canned over in the management switch out? Morning, and yeah, like I said, there's not much of the maintenance. I mean, the one guy that's kind of taller and skinnier, like, you know, the guy with the beard. Yeah, I've seen him around, but I haven't seen anybody else.
What do I smell?
Car? That smells mechanical. I don't know, it has a mechanical smell to it. Sometimes fryer grease can have a mechanical smell to it because the metal's hot and whatnot, but it has to be an old fryer grease.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a comment on the Pitbull's Away uniform video last night, and it was like, does anybody else see that poster in the background? And I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I had to comment,
everybody.
Yes, everyone. Because I'm like, and it's like and then even in the Bridge City Ballers or the Vancouver Venom one that I did, I took the camera over to the poster and went, look, read it plain and clear. But there's a team meeting happening December 4th. The invite went out on the Cobra's page, but I'm like thinking, is this only players, or can I bring like a +1 if it's just a +1? Because I understand like Malcolm may not want to bring his wife because then he has to bring like his kids too. Holy fuck, everyone's brakes. And, you know, a lot of people just have a butt ton of kids, and they don't want to necessarily all bring them all the way up to the oak tree, even though they're using the banquet hall, from what I understand, is very big, but...
Yeah. That guy, the reason I said dude, I hadn't realized you stopped recording. He came up, hit the brakes pretty hard, like, oh shit, there's people there, and then put on his seatbelt.
It's probably because he put his brake on so hard he actually like fell forward in his seat and was like, oh, I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Like it did. Yeah, there's a lot of people recently with their brakes like incredibly squeaky.
Yeah.
And they'll like, I forget when it is. You're home at the time. This is all I have of the memory, so it probably happens on a Saturday. You're home, and like every once in a while there'll be this.
Generally later at night.
Okay,
I think it's someone leaving for groceries or something, or heading to even swing shift work. But they stop as they're leaving the apartment complex, and then creep forward, and then creep forward, and then turn and stop and creep forward and creep forward.
It makes me seem that it's kind of an inexperienced driver or something. It's just, and I hate, it's that one car. Because remember, it happens roughly at the same time, which makes me think like a night shift worker even, because you're already home by then, and it's dark out. At least recently, my memories show that it's been dark out, so it could be a night shift worker or something. Like when we were just passing the other walkway, the car that was backing out was squeaky. And then the car that was that was a Range Rover, not a Land Rover.
That was a Land Rover.
That was a Land Rover. Squeaky brakes. And I understand that the brakes aren't bad at that point. That squeak is supposed to tell you to replace your brakes. But it's just like...
Or at the very least, check them.
Yeah, and it's just... And at least the one, like that guy, it may have just started happening. I don't think so, considering how fucking loud it was.
So, PSA to everyone. Most places will check your brakes free if they squeak.
Yeah, especially, you know, if you have a Les Schwab around you.
They have ads about doing that. They have free brake checks. If your brakes squeak, get them checked.
And it's around that time of year, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, that there's going to be slippery, slidey stuff.
And you do not want your brakes to be bad when your tires won't stop anyway.
I'm like, if you only replace your brakes once a year, do it in fall.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get you on that train. Or not. I know, I thought, maybe let's get on the train. Nope, the right paladin's kicking in. He's gotta... let's see if we'll be able to get Aaron on the train. He decided he was gonna move one of the Nike bikes that was pretty much in the path, back near where it was supposed to be. The train is literally pulling into the station right now.
That was not Ret Paladin, that was Prot Paladin. Ret Paladin would have picked the bike up and hit someone with it.
Ah, gotcha. Forgot about that. Well, you know the Nike employees, they're lazy as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, bye.